affected the outcome, or were they too late? Was there other stuff that in your mind was more important?
There's a whole host of other things that are always important in a football game. You know, we did do a good job defensively getting turnovers early, and obviously, you know, we gave the ball up and shortened the field for them and gave them opportunities. You know, that's a good football team, but at the same time, you know, we did some things that we didn't finish the game like we showed we could last week, and you know, it's disappointing to finish the way we did, but you know, we got to improve in a lot of areas. You know, we got to continue to do that. I believe they did a nice job on their first down possessions, very few third down possessions. And we tried to limit as much as we could the quarterback, but he's an outstanding player and he did a nice job. You know, he made some runs and made some throws, very efficient, and you know, we knew that going into the game. So they did a great job of executing, and we didn't do as well what we needed to do, particularly offensively to move the ball and get points, and then defensively when they had a couple big plays there.
Mike, Taekwon is getting more and more attention from defenses. For him to do what he did today while getting that kind of focus, what do you have to say about his performance?
You know, I mean, obviously he's one of our best players, if not the best player that we have in terms of production, in terms of being able to catch the ball, run the ball. And you know, we're going to have to also find others, because they did a good job of spying on him with some of the screens. But again, he's a dynamic player for us, and as I say, we need to continue to keep finding ways to not let teams kind of gang up on him, but also be productive in some other areas with other players.
It seemed like throughout the day, Carolina had a safety over the top wherever TJ went. Really seemed to limit you guys down the field to your wide receivers. What did you see in that?
Yeah, I mean, Brad, there's a little bit of that. I mean, obviously, you try to defend the things that may cause you issues, and TJ's a deep ball threat guy for us. I don't know how many pass interferences that he was able to get called, but again, they did a good job defensively, and and limited us. We didn't score enough points, obviously.
How about your penalties? I think of the numbers, Carolina was penalized more and for more yards than you were, but it seemed like there were stretches in there. I remember one where you had like 2 blocks in the back and 5 plays, and some pre-snap penalties.
Yeah, the hard count, I get it. They're gonna make noise, and then the center's gonna flinch, and there's mechanisms that we have in place in order to do that. It's just between the center and the quarterback. As you alleviate that, they're gonna hard count. And the defensive linemen up front have to see the ball, and and when the ball snapped, then you take off. So, there's elements of things, pre-snap penalties that occurred that are not what you want and not what you coach or teach, and it's a matter of guys understanding that where you are and the environment that you're playing in, that and how you respond to that appropriately. So we didn't do a very good job of handling whether it was the noise or the situation that we were in, because it did. As you said, it led to 10 penalties, even though they had 13. I mean, still 10 penalties is way too many.
Like limiting that offense to 26 points, do you think the defense played well enough to for you guys to win that?
Yeah, there's no small victories. I mean, it's all about the wins, and obviously, number one in scoring, number one in this and that, and defensively we did do at times we did a good job, but obviously, we had to make the crucial stops, particularly the long run, the long pass that was still throwing their explosive plays. They'd been really good at explosive plays. I don't know how many they had this game, perhaps not as much as they had in the past, but nonetheless they had them, and so we have to limit those opportunities like that. But again, they scored more points than we did, and they ended up winning the game.
I feel like you guys incorporated the tight end a lot more today. Was that a concerted effort in the game plan, or did it just kind of work out that way?
It just kind of worked out that way a little bit. You get involved in some of the protections a little bit, just different things, and we'll continue to keep looking for ways to, again, we got to find ways to keep using our best guys, and that's the challenge to the coaches, just understanding that, the best guys got to be in the game on the field at the opportunities to give us a chance to win.
What do you think the problem was offensively in the second half?
Well, you look at it, we didn't do well from a third down perspective. You know, when you have that many turnovers, particularly, I mean, and you shorten the field like that, that makes it tough as well. You know, they did a nice job defensively in a lot of areas, but you know, I look and we have close to over 200 yards rushing. I mean, that's something you know we hadn't had in a while. So there are some things that are working for us. We got to get everything working, you know, in the right direction for us.